Hey, what's good? Coach Colin Castell here with ShotMechanics Basketball. And today, I'm going to give you the secret keys that Kyrie Irving uses to torch his defenders.
Here's Kyrie Irving. Boy, he is so smooth at handling the ball.
There's no way you can talk about ball handling and not talk about Kyrie Irving.
Now, Kyrie Irving is an absolute master when it comes to crossing the ball over. Today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a few simple keys that you can do that's going to make your crossover more effective. But make sure you watch to the end of the video because number one, I'm going to give you a free full Kyrie Irving ball handling crossover workout. And I'm going to be giving away 3 free pairs of the Kyrie Irving 4 lows for my guys over at Eastbay. So watch to the end so you can find out how to win and get that free workout. Now, the very first thing we want to think about is the concept that eyes are everything. Now, a lot of people like to think about the actual dribbling of a crossover, but if you watch Kyrie, a lot of the times when he sells his moves, it's because his eyes are leading the defender one way so he can cross over the opposite. So a big mistake that a lot of players make when they're getting ready to do a crossover, let's say I'm going to cross from right to left, they might start to cross and their eyes go the direction that they're going to cross, right? So if I'm wanting to cross from right to left, but my eyes are looking to the left, that's telling the defender where I'm wanting to go, right? Generally, your eyes are going to tell the defender where you want to go. So anytime you're doing a crossover, it doesn't matter what direction, it doesn't matter what kind of crossover, you want to make sure that your eyes are telling the story that the defender is going to read. So if I want to cross over to my left, instead of having my eyes that same direction, I'm going to throw my eyes the opposite way and then whip the crossover the opposite way from my eyes because, you know, again, the defenders are going to read those eyes. So if I'm looking off to the right, they're going to start sliding that way, and it's going to make my crossover much more effective without even having to be a better ball handler, right? So this is why the secret is so potent and so powerful, because you don't have to get better at dribbling. You don't have to do a bunch of reps. You don't have to do a bunch of stuff. If you can just sell it with your eyes alone, that's going to make every single crossover much, much more powerful. So think about it. It's almost like you're playing chess rather than checkers, right? You got to think about your move one move ahead. So as soon as I'm getting into this crossover, I'm throwing my eyes the opposite direction, boom, whipping it and attacking towards the basket.
Irving with the hesitation, put it on a platter and one. He's just impossible to guard.
All right, so the next key you want to think about is the simple fact that mishandles can actually be good. And what I mean by that is if you're dribbling the ball and you accidentally kind of fumble it or drop it or it comes off of your knee or whatever it is, that can actually be a good thing to set up your crossover. So if you watch Kyrie Irving, a lot of the times if he has a mishandle and he's throwing something and it might hit his knee or maybe he just kind of bobbles it, that's actually when he can beat a defender a lot of the time. Because if you mishandle and it kind of goes off your knee and you have to go get it, a lot of the times that's an opportunity where the defender relaxes, they stand up in their stance a little bit, they kind of get lackadaisical because they think you're not in attack mode. So the biggest mistake I see a lot of players make with their handles, with their crossover, is if they have a little bit of a mishandle, you know, maybe they fumble it, they kind of just assume that it's over and they back it out and swing it around the horn, right? But always be in that attack mode and always look as that is an opportunity to attack your defender. So even if you're coming off a crossover and you fumble it, you can still plant that same direction and cross over opposite, right? So think about mishandles as an opportunity to attack your defender instead of an opportunity to quit and swing the ball away on the play, because you'll find, just like Kyrie Irving, that's a lot of the times where he ends up beating his defenders, and when they get lackadaisical, they stand up and he can get to the basket.
Kyrie, ridiculous handle, dribbles behind his back, he loses it, but chases it down the other sideline. Kyrie, O's and on, steps past Lopez and scores off the window.
All right, so next up, we've got change of speed, and basically means that to have a really effective crossover, it can't be the same speed the whole time, right? A big mistake a lot of players, especially younger players, make is they go 100% the entire time. And while that's good to go hard, if you're going the same speed the entire time, it never throws any variance to the defense, right? So if you're D'ing somebody up and they're going one speed, you know exactly how fast you have to move it as a defender. But if you watch Kyrie, and one of the reasons why he's got one of the best crossovers of all time is because he actually has one of the best changes of speed of all time. He'll go from slow to fast or fast to slow. He'll set them up, right? And so the whole key here is that whatever you're doing, you want to kind of change that tempo, change that speed. So if I'm setting up like a right to left crossover, I'm coming up here, if I'm just on a full sprint and I hit it and I cross over, that might be effective. But if I want to make it even more effective, or you know, something like Kyrie, I might come up as hard as I can on a sprint, then I might hesitate, raise my shoulders, throw my eyes, change the speed, slowing it down, and then boom, attack and whip right out of it, right? So again, change of speed is super important, and you want to be able to master it, right? We call this kind of tempo, and tempo is super, super important. It's something that a lot of players just don't master, and it's really that separating factor from having like a pretty good crossover to an absolutely unstoppable crossover.
Irving, oh, that's special. Kyrie Irving handling the ball, and then finishing with.
All right, so if you want your free Kyrie Irving Killer crossover workout, all you got to do is click the top link in the description down below and join our East Bay Virtual Training Center, where we'll be giving out 3 pairs of the Kyrie Irving 4 lows at the end of the month. And we're going to be announcing it inside of that virtual training center. So make sure you sign up and check it out. That way you know if you win. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button and then hit the comment section down below and let me know what sort of video you want to see next. This is channel for the people, by the people, and we run pretty much everything off request. So leave it down below and hopefully we get to it. Again, my name's Coach Colin Castell with ShotMechanics Basketball. Thanks for watching, and until next time, splash on.